Bortles throwing on second down. His throw incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Here we go. Green, 39. Left. Slow. Here we go. Green, 39. Check.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now Lynch on 1st down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Lynch looking to throw on second. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go. Green 90.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jason Morrow, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 6 there on first. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, Anderson. And some room to roam now. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Lynch. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From midfield, here's Bortles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Lynch. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Under a heavy rush, rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Lynch. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former Broncos scored a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Malik Jackson in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Lynch now, work to do, certainly, after that sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Lynch. Flushed out right. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And that one results in 35 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green, 30.
Here's Lynch. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And now Lynch. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Jags off. It's now time for their first possession of half number 2. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Look, and got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. Again, it's Fournette. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Bortles. A quick hitter complete. It's Lee. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
After the interception, here's Lynch. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Miles Jack in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
All right, here we go. Green.
Play action. Now Lynch. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now Lynch back into his end zone. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off on the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about it.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run it again with Anderson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, 78 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place. Saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Now let's go. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Got four now. Detroit. Now let's go.
Throwing again. Lynch. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Lynch. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. On second down, here's Bortles. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Offense staying on the field, so Lynch and his guys will go for it.
All right, here we go. Over!
Here we go. Lynch on fourth down. Looking for Sanders here on the deep. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Fournette running right. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read, pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. On first down, it's Ledge. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Lynch looking to throw on second. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Jackson in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive the coach crazy.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown. Jacksonville. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action with Lynch. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll throw on first down with Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Lynch. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now Paxton Lynch on third and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jaguars getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Here's a give to Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game.
I've been in. This is merely the beginning again. What you been living in? The box under the bridge, like Anthony Kiedis looking for something to complete.